Hi everyone, it's me, Coffee Stitcher. Recording this from my phone. I think I figured out how to make this go faster, but we'll see. Yeah. It's a little weird because my camera is here, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to do this. So it isn't probably my best, most flattering angle. It probably, I think, should be below me because I feel like I'm looking up, but I just can't seem to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Okay. So, a lot to go over. We've got stash, we've got finishes, we've got new, we've got whip updates, we've got Oz. So, a whole lot of stuff. So, I guess here we go. So the first thing was my Stitching Bits and Bobs order came in. And we're going to have to sort of... You're getting a little bit of a sneak preview because I'm bundling things. Okay. So... oh crud, did I put that box back up too? I may have to get up and get a box in a second. I think I put it away. There we go, there's that at least. Okay, so first up, from Stitching Bits and Bobs, I got some Kreinik for Santa of Oz. So, again, Brooks Books, Santa of Oz. I also have some of the memory infusions. I'm waiting on my Micro Chenille, which will be here tomorrow. Alright, so color-wise, there is Aspen Green. Oop, there we go. Aspen Green. Cocoa Brown. Blossom. This is Brazilianite. Oop. Color that is escaping. Okay, this one I don't think I meant to order. I think I meant to order number 22, but somehow I ended up ordering number 3, Vintage, which is Sparkling Red. So I have the Vintage one, and then I have the one that's actually in the chart, which is regular Sparkling Red. Then we've got Peridot, which is not as yellow as Peridot should be, I think, but it's still pretty. This one is Gumdrop Gold. No, excuse me, this one's Brazilianite. This one is Gumdrop Gold. My mistake. Then we've got, there's only 3 more. We've got Green, and then my 2 favorites, Midnight, which is a blue-brown combination that looks more black, but it's actually brown when you're right up on it. And Elfin Green, which is a green and gold combination. So I got that. So that came. So I'm almost ready. I've almost got this kitted up. I know I need to go buy some more DMC floss, but by and large, I am ready to go on Oz Santa. So we've got that. Then, as everybody basically knows, I really, really, really love Gentle Arts, and I really love their little fun color packs. And it was $10. It was a lot cheaper than my LNS carries it for. So this one's the Walk Through the Garden. This may be backwards. I don't know. On my laptop webcam, it fixed it. I don't know if this will or not. But there's Coral Bell, which is a pink and light peach color. Crocus, which is a deep blue, but it's kind of blue-greenish in person. Persimmon, which is an orange. Lemongrass, which is a yellow-green. And Flagstone, which is a brownish gold. So those were very lovely additions to my collection. So, and then I got, well, always you get the little free chart. So, a free chart, this one was a Queenstown Sampler Designs. And then I ordered, and I'm a little disappointed because I thought this was going to be the floss and the chart, but it was just the chart. From Classic Colorworks and Diane Williams, Cinderella. It says Happily Ever After. And I'm not sure, my LNS doesn't carry Classic Colorworks. So I don't really have a huge collection. Is Chocolate Cream Pie, which is here showing up very purple, is that really that purple in person, or was it just the way it photographed? I'm curious. Let me know. But it calls for several shades of Classic Colorworks, none of which I own. So I have to get them at some point. Alright, so then there's more stash coming. Then, as a Christmas present from the delightful Julicious, I got Plum Street Samplers Stranded Jacks. Cute little sort of Halloween-esque ornaments. And it says, my inspiration for Stranded Jacks came on a brisk fall day after consuming one too many cups of coffee. I can totally understand that, Paulette. Totally get that. I'm not going to judge you. Not in the slightest. Okay, so then came my Dragonfly Lotus Thread of the Month, which also included my grab bag, skein end grab bag, as well as 2 colors I had ordered for myself. So we have Tangerine and Wool. Or, excuse me, that was Silk. This is Tangerine and Wool. It's BFL Wool. Then in Merino Wool and Silk, Seashells. And finally, Robin Redbreast, also in Silk. So we got those. And then for myself, for just some specific things that I have in mind, I picked up another skein of Scholarly Text and another skein of Carnation. Alright, and then my skein end came with All Silks, Dark Rainbow, Embers, Orange Cream, Cobalt, Lemon Ice, Woodlands Stone, and Emperor. So, awesomely enough, this gives me all the colors I really needed to do my unicorn hair in Magical Creatures. So that was pretty awesome. So then, speaking of Magical Creatures, as I was working on it, I ran out of floss. And I needed another skein of DMC to finish it. And we'll now... Oh, nope, I just left it over here, so I didn't need to stand up. So I apologize that you had to deal with that. So I went to Joann's and left with more stuff than I intended to. So I got this rectangular hoop frame. Looks kind of like this when you open it. So it's a rectangular hoop. I got it mostly for Scream House because it gives you something a little easier to hold on to than the Q-snap. And because you can get this close, right almost up to the edge of the fabric, where with the Q-snap you can't. So that was the main reason I got this, was for that reason. Then I got some of the Memory Infusions thread. They did not have the pale yellow, the pink, or the sky blue, so I'm going to have to find those elsewhere. But I did get green, gold, brown, white, and white luster. So the I'm not going to get the... I may still get the ones that, because you need red, orange, and blue, and the red, the orange, the blue, the purple, and the green are used to make a garland, but I may use something different. The ribbons, I will probably buy my own ribbon. And for the facets, I will probably just string a bunch of beads. So, I got that. And then I also picked up the Silk Mori collection. It's 25 of the half skeins of the Kreinik Silk Mori collection. Which I need to do some investigative work because I want to do the month names in Magical Creatures in their gemstone. But I need to find... I was going to do Silk Mill, but I was going to have to order a whole lot. So I'm hoping that if I can find a peridot color, that'll take care of using this. So, so that was my haul for this week. I know, I got a lot. Still coming is, and it has shipped, I believe, is my Stitchy Box surprise pack, as well as my, oh, I got my bobbins. I got those 10 packages of floss keys from Yarn Tree. So I've got that, and then I've got to get the last of my Christmas done, but it'll be gift card form. So yeah. So I've got those coming in, and then God knows what I'll get for Christmas. So I guess the next thing is going to be whips. So first, and this has an extra day on it, but whatever. This is my progress on Paradise Lost. I'm hoping you can, yeah. There we go. So I'm almost done with the cloud. I will probably finish it at lunch this week, and then I will take something else with me to lunch. I don't really know what I'll take, because this is my last full work week this year. But I do have next week and the week after, so I've really got 2 more weeks after this one. Before Scream House will start up again. So I may go ahead and take Scream House up there and start doing the pearl backstitching. Because, pardon me. Because all that is just outlining everything with the DMC pearl. So I may do that. But we'll see. Alright, so next I worked on the border to Magical Creatures. Crap, I forgot that was attached like that. Okay. There we go. So there it is. This was a lot of fun. However, I will say everyone I know who's worked on it has just about had some sort of issue with the border. I ran into a problem, so this half is all off just a little bit, so I'm going to have to do a little tweaking. Not reworking, like, not an overhaul, just a little tweaking. I had a lot of fun with it, though. It is a blast. I will say, because of all the people who've had issues, gridding is probably going to be your friend if you like to grid. If not, make sure you're double, triple, quadruple counting everything you do. You cannot be too paranoid on this, I promise. And if you're debating and you're one of those that does enjoy Ada, I might actually do Ada for this, because it'll make counting a smidge easier. Skein-wise, I used a skein and then, like one arm's length. I mean, I had, like, 200 stitches left when I ran out. I was so close. So you might So, and I used an accent color. If I hadn't used the accent color, then probably a skein and a half of DMC. I would probably say 4 to maybe 5 skeins if you do an over dye, just in case you run into problems, then you've got another skein in the same dye lot. So that's my suggestion there, if you're going to do that one. So, I'm definitely, though, ready for January. Alright, so then next, we had a finish. That's going to have a little bit of a rant. But it's Patchwork Pin Keep, which was part of the Little Help from My Friends Stitch Club selection. And it's by Blackbird Designs. Now, it looks a lot better on this than it does in person. The camera helps kind of show some things, but as you can see, there's still stuff that sort of disappears and gets kind of muddy. If I had kitted this up myself, there would have been definitely a fabric color change. I would have gone for a lighter brown, or maybe like a very dusty pink color. Or a blue. I would not have chosen this color. And I probably would have changed a couple of colors, just simply because I find it very muddy. It does look good from a distance, but by the same token, I'm not actually 100% sure that everything is in a straight line when it came to the petite point. I chose not to do the optional piece because I was just frustrated and unhappy and just wanted it to be done. Maybe one day I'll go back and do it. Maybe I won't, but life is too short. So I'll finish this somehow for my parents. I'm not sure what I'll do. Maybe an ornament or a hanging pillow. So, like I said, there were things I enjoyed about it. I would definitely do another Blackbird design, but I would definitely want to have a lot more say in what was going into it. So, I guess that brings me to my new start, which I will probably finish this week. I may even finish, if not tonight, I can probably finish it tomorrow. But I started on Winter Queen. This is on a piece of hand-dyed Ada that Fishy Crafts, I think that's what she is now, Cindy, that she dyed and sent me. So there it is. So it's my first mandala and I'm enjoying it. It definitely requires me to be able to mark things off with pencil. So, but I'm definitely enjoying it. So, I think that brings us to the Oz. And there was actually a surprise second Oz thing that I did not intend, and it's this. It's an advent calendar. I found it at the mall. So, and unlike most advent calendars, this one's not reusable, so I had to buy one that I could leave in the paper because you put stickers on the back. So, I thought that was kind of neat. The other thing, and this begins the more sentimental journey to my Christmas Oz stuff. This set of ornaments I've had since about 1990. I have always loved them. They were one of my favorite parts about Christmas coming out, was these and another set of Oz ornaments that you will see closer to Christmas. And so they're always something I looked forward to. They're designed by Kurt Adler. They were part of his line in the late 80s, early 90s when he did a lot of Wizard of Oz things, including these really awesome animatronic figures that I would love to have. So I guess without further ado, I'll show them to you. It's the Oz characters done up as Christmas carolers. And Tin Man's nose has been lost to the ages. I will just take them out and show them. That'll probably be easier. So here's Tin Man. He's got his little Christmas tree. And scarf. There's little Dorothy with Toto and her ruby slippers. There's the Cowardly Lion with his holly branch. And finally, the Scarecrow, who has holly berries in his hat and a songbook. So that's the that's what I got. So I'm gonna keep working on Winter Queen this week, and I don't know what I'll do after that. So I will see you all next week, and hopefully this doesn't take a gazillion and a half years to upload. So